Hey everyone, I'm Craig Murray of BlockSmith, and I'm sorry I can't be at your meetup today, but I made this video to try to talk to you even though I can't be there. So today I wanna answer the question, why is EOS special? Why is it the coolest thing on blockchain? So there's a lot of reasons for that. Let's just start with the technology. So first of all, EOS is really fast. It can process more transactions than any other blockchain at this point. And the reason for that is the fact that EOS is a delegated proof of stake mechanism, which is different than things like Bitcoin or Ethereum, which use proof of work or proof of stake as their consensus. So in EOS, there's a small number of nodes that secure the network and build blocks. And the way that those small number of nodes are chosen to be the ones to secure the network is by being voted for by the token holders of EOS. So you have some EOS in a wallet, you can stake it and vote for block producers that you think do a good job of securing the network and being impartial and all of those good things. So another thing about EOS that is good is that the development environment where you actually write the smart contracts is in C++. So for example, Ethereum uses a technology called Solidity, which is a programming language that they just made up for use with Ethereum. It's never existed before. As a result, all of the code that you use is pretty much untested. So in EOS, we have C++, which has 40 years of tried and true systems developers and game programmers building extensive libraries and reference versions of these implementations that are known to work, known to be bug-free. So it's a much more mature and professional environment than some of the other blockchains. So another thing that makes the technology in EOS special is the core protocol has the ability to have multi-threaded smart contracts. So as far as I know, that's the first blockchain to ever do that. And that would allow the transaction capacity of EOS to blow way up beyond even what it will do at launch. Another thing that EOS has is at launch native integration for sidechains, which allows essentially infinite scalability by allowing the entire network to be essentially duplicated and then run by the same governance and block producers as what we call the main chain, but it will have its own entirely wide open transaction capacity and RAM and other resources that DApp developers can use. So if the main chain gets too crowded, the EOS community can spin up side chains. You can take your money from the main chain, move it onto a side chain, stake it, and build your DApp on the side chain. So another thing in EOS that's special in the tech is that it has more than just wallets. It has the concept of an account. So an account is registered with the system, and you stake a little bit of EOS to create one. And then within that account, you can assign a set of keys. And these keys can relate to multiple wallets. And then you can do sophisticated things like say, I want this wallet with these tokens to only be accessible through a three-way multisig key. And then you can distribute those keys to other people. So there's many complex things that people will start to do with this account system in EOS once the technology is available to everyone. And this also allows the idea of key retrieval. So if you lose your keys, you can recreate them. Or if someone steals them, you can have your account on a time lock so that you can't move tokens out of it without waiting a few days. And if you do that, then you have a few days to react if someone steals your key. You can recreate your key from other keys in your account and preserve your tokens. So this makes EOS a highly performant and much more mature blockchain compared to some of the competitors that are in the market now. So another big thing that makes EOS special is its governance. So EOS has the first blockchain that I'm aware of to launch with a constitution. And that constitution has a bunch of rules in it. And if you break any of those rules, then you can be penalized for doing so. That can include freezing tokens, confiscating tokens, kicking you off the network, and things like that. So the way it works is that one of the things the Constitution does is bind you to international third-party arbitration. So if there is a dispute between you and a business and you say, hey, this business is ripping me off, you can file an arbitration action against that business. This goes to an independent third party who reviews the information and makes a decision about whether or not that was actually ripping you off. And if it was, then they send an order to the block producers who execute a corrective transaction, take the tokens from the offending application, give them back to you, and probably freeze the application itself so that other people aren't harmed. So in addition to the arbitration system in the Constitution, we also have voter referendums. So people can propose things that change the way that EOS works, and those can be enacted on the chain if they are voted for by enough of the token holders. So one of the things the token holders can do is amend the Constitution. So if the chain is live and the community has consensus that there's a missing rule or that one of the existing rules is bad or something, someone can propose that change. If enough people vote for it, it gets enacted on the chain. We update the code, all the block producers update their code, and everything moves forward with the new Constitution. So between the technology and the governance, we really have something amazing that other blockchains just aren't doing yet. And in my opinion, this is the future of where blockchains is going. That is to say, governance. Sophisticated, powerful, smart contract development environment with a proper third-party governance system. So, and then finally, EOS is cool because of the vision behind it. So the idea is that EOS will be the rule of law chain. And that means that we're going to try to make sure that we respect the property rights and the liberty of everyone on the chain. So when someone rips someone off, if it can be proven, the governance system will correct it for us. So we want people to play fair. We think that's really important. We think that a lot of the problems in the world are caused by the fact that there is hidden corruption that we can't see. So on EOS, we are supporting the idea of what's called radical transparency. And this is a term coined by Dan Larimer, the man responsible mostly for the vision of EOS and the implementation. And so radical transparency means that everybody sees what's all going on. Everyone knows where all the money is, everyone knows where all the pieces are, everyone knows what everyone else is doing. And if we do that, then we can make sure that fairness and justice and social consensus are used to control the chain, rather than simply a piece of code that may have bugs or something that happens on Reddit somewhere, right? We have a blockchain in EOS that takes all of that and puts it together. So hopefully EOS creates the first blockchain that is safe enough for large businesses to take millions and millions of dollars and develop applications that run on EOS. If that happens, then EOS will prosper and we will have an amazing platform that people will build all kinds of incredible applications to make our lives better. And so that's the vision. That's why I'm a fan of EOS. That's why BlockSmith is working towards this. We think it is the next generation of blockchain. And we welcome you all into EOS and hope to see you around.